All right, welcome to the first episode of Doodles with DisneyDwayne. Now, what is this all about? I am trying to learn how to draw, and of course, no better way than to start with some Disney characters. So, this is my first one without any practice. I'm going to play the video that I found on the Walt Disney Animation Studios YouTube site, which you can do. I'm going to provide links below in the video description. So the video is going to come up on the right side, and what you'll see are my drawings on the left side. So I'm just going to do a quick test and write hello right here. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to come up over there. Of course, I have to select a correct pencil. So I'm going to, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to go for sketching, and I'm going to go with a 6B pencil. And I'm going to try and follow along. It's 11 minutes or 12 minutes long. I might have to pause the video because I'm not great, but we will see what comes out of this. We're supposed to be drawing Ariel today, so let's see if this works. Okay. So we're going to watch.
Hi, my name is Mark Henn.
Mark
I've been
Henn.
an animator for the Walt Disney Feature Animation Studios for almost 40 years now.
Wow,
Amongst
40 years.
many of the characters that I've had the opportunity to animate, many of them were princesses. And the very first princess I had the opportunity to animate was a young lady by the name of Ariel.
Right,
And that's who we're going to draw
today.
So come along and let's draw Ariel.
Okay, I hope this works. I'm going to be using layers.
Okay, the very first thing that we want to do, and for many of our characters, is
So
to
it
start
should help.
with a ball.
Start with a ball, okay?
Or a circle. It's going to look like a circle, but in my mind's eye, it's round, like a ball.
Okay, you know what?
So I'm thinking of the volume. It's not just simply a round circle on a piece of
This
paper.
Procreate is
It's
amazing.
a round object. And this represents the character's head or skull. And in this case with a human, it's definitely, the skull of the character. And I'm
It's
just
not
going
really
to
a
put
good
myself a little line here, which again, thinking volumetrically, thinking round, is going to, in my mind, give me kind of the middle of where this is. So it's a slight 3/4 turn with this round ball. This represents Ariel's head. Now we're going to add her cheeks and her chin and her jaw. So that's going to come down here. And you'll notice that as I'm drawing,
Right.
I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, just putting marks down. Nothing I put down, is, perfect the first time out. Artists like to feel their way through a drawing, and so you'll see artists constantly bouncing around, feeling their way through, maybe making several strokes like I'm doing here, trying to find the right shape and refining that. So now we've got her head basically enclosed, her head and skull, cheeks, chin, and kind of roughly indicate where her neck's going to come off here like that.
Oh gosh, she's gone so far ahead. I've got to rewind this a little bit.
Like I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
So that's going to come down here, and you'll notice that as I'm drawing, it's definitely the skull of the character.
Okay,
and I'm just going to put myself
drawing
a little line here, which again, thinking volumetrically, thinking round, is going to, in my mind, give me kind of the middle of where this is. So it's a slight 3/4 turn.
A slight 3/4
with
turn.
This round ball. This represents Ariel's head. Now we're going to add her cheeks and her chin and her jaw. So that's going to come down here. And you'll notice that as I'm drawing, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, just putting marks down. Nothing I put down, is, perfect the first time out. Artists like to feel their way through a drawing, and so you'll see artists constantly bouncing around, feeling their way through, maybe making several strokes like I'm doing here, trying to find the right shape and refining that. So now we've got her head basically enclosed, her head and skull, cheeks, chin, and kind of roughly indicate where her neck's going to come off here like that. Okay? And now the next thing that's really critical are her eyes, and her eyes were quite large, and so we can use kind of where the bottom of this ball is and use that as kind of an eye line to help us. So we're going to go ahead and just rough in where her eyes would be, and they would be obviously on opposite sides of this halfway point. on the ball. So we're going to kind of do this like that. And I'm, again, just very loosely, lightly sketching in her eyes to give me an idea. And it's all about relationships, or how far apart are her eyes, how high in the forehead are her eyes. All those kind of things come into play. The next thing we want to look at are her eyebrows, and they're going to play an important part. So they fit right over your eyes, just as yours do at home. You can look in a mirror and you'll see that your eyebrows are right over your eyes, like that. But in this case, with her left eyebrow, screen right, this is going to become important in terms of creating a graphic image for her, in terms of the placement of where her nose is. So this, we're going to kind of bring this line down here to, which would be the top or the bridge of her nose. Bring it down here like this. I'm just going to kind of rough in where I think her nostrils would be. And this triangular relationship is very critical, because then that tells me where to put her mouth in proper placement underneath her nose and to her eyes and everything. So now that we have her nose kind of roughed in here, then we can put her with a big smile.
Okay, I'm completely getting this wrong.
I'm just kind of roughing it in very lightly, very loosely. I always have my eraser handy. Don't go anywhere without my eraser, because you make adjustments. You're constantly making adjustments. And Ariel, of course, has a really nice big smile like this, kind of indicating where her teeth are, where her bottom lip is, where her top lip is. Okay, so now we've got
this.
Kind of her face roughly blocked in. I was doing a lecture once in a drawing demo with a group at a college, and I got this far.
How do you draw her mouth?
The college.
All right, let's go. Let's go back a little bit.
I'm just kind of
okay.
And we can put her with a big smile. Again, I'm just kind of roughing it in very lightly, very loosely. I always have my eraser handy. Don't go anywhere without my eraser, because you make adjustments. You're constantly making adjustments. And Ariel, of course, has a really nice big smile like this, kind of indicating where her teeth are, where her bottom lip is, where her top lip is. Okay, so now we've got kind of her face roughly blocked in. I was doing a lecture once in a drawing demo with a group at a college, and I got this far, and I asked the audience, I said, who do you think I'm doing now? Who do you think I'm drawing? Which character is this? And they kept throwing up all different answers, Jasmine, Belle, a bunch of different answers, until I did this one thing. And as soon as I did that, there was no question as to who this character is. And of her, besides her fins, her flippers, Ariel's most distinguished physical attribute is her hair. So as soon as I put that big swooping bangs on there, everybody knew who I was drawing. Right now what I was doing was just going back into the eyes and just kind of roughing in the shapes of the eyes, the iris, the pupil, and then this littlest spot in the upper corner here will be the highlight. So again, I'm just kind of bouncing all over.
I can't get this right.
And just starting to indicate her eyelashes. And as you can see, one of the things I did when I added her hair was actually go a little further than where the original drawing for the circle for the skull is. And that's because hair has thickness. And so while this just gives me a basic idea of the first circular drawing I did, now that I've added her hair, I wanted to give her a nice, thick, full head of hair that we all know she has. So I'm just going to kind of bring it down like this. We've added her neck here. Got a little bit of a side burn on her, and we've indicated here where her ear fits in. Okay. And it's okay. You can see here that I've let her bangs cover up her part of her right eyebrow, which is perfectly fine. So all we have to do is darken up the part that's sticking out from underneath the bangs. Her left eyebrow is going to be left visible like this. And just before we finish, we will take an
put the eyes
eraser
in?
if you have one.
When did that happen?
Kind of light bangs cover, bring it. So while
I
her
completely
corner
missed
back
that.
into the eye,
There we
her
go.
beside.
Alright, so
And
that's
her besides her
scrolling.
kind of adjustment.
Well, he put the eyes in way back.
Into play.
Alright,
The next thing,
so
we
let's
have
do
an eye
that.
line to help it. Again, just very loosely, lightly sketching in her eyes to give me an idea. It's all about relationships, or how far apart are her eyes, how high in the forehead are her eyes. All those kind of things come into play. The next thing we want to look at are her eyebrows, and they're going to play an important part. So they fit right over your eyes, just as yours do at home. You can look in the mirror
so
and you'll see
scroll forward.
bouncing all over. Attribute is her hair. So as soon as I put that big swooping bangs on there, here will be the highlight. So again, I'm just kind of bouncing all over. And just starting to indicate her eyelashes. And as you can see, one of the things I did when I added her hair was actually go a little further than where the original drawing for the circle for the skull is. And that's because hair has thickness. And so while this just gives me a basic idea of the first circular drawing I did, now that I've added her hair, I wanted to give her a nice, thick, full head of hair that we all know she has. So I'm just going to kind of bring it down like this. We've added her neck here. Got a little bit of a side burn on her, and we've indicated here where her ear fits in. Okay. And it's okay. You can see here that I've let her bangs cover up her part of her right eyebrow, which is perfectly fine. So all we have to do is darken up the part that's sticking out from underneath the bangs. Her left eyebrow is going to be left visible like this. And just before we finish,
It's hard.
we will take an eraser if you have one and just kind of lightly remove some of these underdrawings so it doesn't look quite so funny. Alright, so going back to the eyes, I said I just roughed in the iris, which is the outer band, and the pupil, which is the inner circle, and then
So
the
now I'll do a
tiniest
second layer.
is the highlight. So you can kind of shade that in as one color for the iris, and then a darker shape, darker color for her pupil, which is the inner circle there, and then leave the highlight as the lightest color, the whitest. Like this, and then we'll come back and kind of suggest the fold where her eyelids are as they fold up into her head here. Kind of reinforce where the eyes set in the head here. This line here on this side of the cheek, which is visible, is very, very important. We can actually we can shade in underneath the swoop of her bangs here. We can indicate that space up underneath her bangs there, and these extra little swoopy lines are just suggestions that make a graphic statement that her hair is hair. We don't need to worry about obviously drawing every single strand of hair on a character like this, but we just with a few strokes make a suggestion that it's hair, like that. So let me grab my eraser now, and then we can go in and start removing some of these under drawings or construction drawings, just kind of lightly rubbing some of those down, including her eyebrow that's underneath her hair, and including this little center line here. Just take those, knock those down a little bit. That'll kind of help soften things up a little bit. And we'll just come back.
Alright, so now I'm going to do a second layer on top of that.
Put a little darker corner there to suggest that the teeth
increase
are going
the thickness of my pen.
curved. Again, thinking volumetrically, that those teeth curve
and then reduce
go back
the opacity of this.
in and around her jaw.
I think that's here, yep.
And if you want, you can
So
kind
now I can trace over it.
sketch in a color for
beauty
her
of
lips, just to kind of differentiate
Procreate.
that from her teeth, like that.
So there we go. That's the eyebrow. And the nose.
Okay, so we're going to just make a double check here, just check a couple adjustments. She is shaping up here, I think. Looking pretty good.
And doing the hair over here.
And there, we are just about there.
The face coming down. Oops.
And there, my friends, is Ariel. And I hope you've enjoyed following along and drawing along if you had paper and pencil. But my first princess in a long line of princesses that I've animated, Miss Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Thank you for watching.
There we go. So fantastic, cool. So I'm gonna pause that there, and I'm gonna try and finish it up.
That'll kind of help.
And so yeah, her face is slightly bigger, so I'm gonna do that here, so it's slightly bigger, so you don't see. There we go. Oh gosh. So yeah, the trick is getting the lines completely right without. Oh gosh. It's tricky. I'm gonna try and make it slightly bigger. There we go. I'm just gonna go on the outside of that. There we go. So hopefully that works. Now I'm gonna use that. This is too much, right? So just like that. There we go. Even then it's messy, so let's see if I can neaten it up a little bit. Almost done. There we go. Actually, it's straighter. There we go. Alright, cool. Let me... So his hands are away. Okay, cool. Oh, so there's no... Actually, there's no little bend here, so I can kind of reduce that. Just like right away. It's going straight down. Do a stronger line like this, okay. And I'll just like zoom in and clean it up just a little bit. Okay, it's so messy. Alright, cool. So I'll just clean it up a little. Oh gosh. So the eraser brush has to be, I guess, thinner for it to work. There we go. So I can clean up a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, not the cleanest, but you know. And then I'm just gonna do the outline of the hair. Just a little bit here. Okay, just follow that line, okay. And then this line, okay. Nope, his has such a style to it. Oh, I see, okay, so there's a bit of a Okay, so it goes up here. Yep. Nope, not quite. It goes up and then down, so there's like a sort of cone shape. But then it curves at that side, so up and then curves. Wow, this is hard. Up and curves down. Up and then curves. Up and then curves down. This is hard. I'm not even sure what it goes up here. Nope, not quite. It goes, it's like a cone shape. So this goes right, that's right. Okay, I gotta go against that, so this goes kind of up this way. Too much. Up, and then more like this, yeah. But then it curves a little bit more, so it has to curve. Yeah. Then there's another one I'll do. So, okay, wait. I'm trying to keep my lines clean. Uh-oh. So, curves. So another line here, there. Okay, good. And then this line comes down. Right. It's closer to her face, actually. Yeah, there we go. And then another line in here. Actually, it's not that close to her face, so I'm gonna just take it out a little bit. But I liked how that one looked. But let's just take it out. So a little farther away from her face, but this one's closer. Yeah. Let's make it shorter too. Trying to make it lighter. Okay, there we go. I think. No, it doesn't form as nice. Well, I guess there's more of a curve to this one. Okay. Wow, I might as well redo it, right? It's not easy. Okay, there we go. So, like, it comes down and then there's a curve. Down curve. There we go, and then down curve. Down curve. Nope. It's thicker at the top, so thicker here. There we go. Down curve. Yep. And then I just trace this down like this. Cool. And then this comes down. Okay, nice. And now I have to trace the eyes a little bit better. Did I do the nose? Yes, I have. So it's mostly the eyes now. I'm gonna do this little thing here. And then under here. No, that's not curved enough. If you look at the drawing, it's very curved. So I'm gonna do that curve. And then do this. And then do that little white one here. And on this side, yeah, just to highlight this and that. I think it's a little too long, so it's too much. Let's go this a little bit. Right, and then get her eye. Wait, why is there so many on this side? So just that. And, oh, I see, okay. That. But, yeah, I guess that works. I'm gonna put it back, it's smaller. But then you have the pupil. Okay, she looks a bit demented there. Yeah. And you want it black. So basically this fills it up. You can fill color in this. Ah! Nope, not great. Okay. Color in there. Wait, hang on. Did I not draw a circle? Let me remove. Now I think I can remove the bottom layer. Okay, she does not look like Ariel. Her eyes are just not big enough. I think I need to put this back. She looks more like Ariel like this. Yeah, let me just color it in since that's not working. So, there we go. Cool. And I think I need this lightness to come down. And then I need to fix this. It doesn't come down this way. It actually comes down more of this way. Yep. So much work because, well, I'm obviously not the original animator and I have a lot to learn. There we go. Okay, it's looking a little bit more like Ariel, right? Just gotta fix erasing some of these. I'm gonna increase my eraser, getting rid of this, going back to that layer, getting rid of this, and then now getting rid of some of these lines in here. Actually, it was better if it was bigger, so I think her face... No, it seems right. Oh, I see her cheeks are higher up. So her cheeks are actually higher up. Oh, I did it wrongly. So it's here. Her cheeks are higher up. They kind of curve out earlier. I'm trying to get that right. And then they go in faster. They curve out earlier, and then they go in faster. It's too much. Okay, hang on. Can't even get it. Maybe? Slightly better, right? And it goes in a little bit more here. She's got sharp face. It goes in smaller. It's very narrow. And her chin is more pointed, actually, so if I change that, we might get a better version of Ariel. Yeah, that's better already, right? Now I just want to color it. But now I get a sense of the idea of Ariel's face shape, you know, kind of. It's like a teaspoon, and then like the sides are pulled out just a little bit. So there we go, Ariel. What if I remove the layer one? Is it better? It is better. And now I just gotta draw her neck a little bit. So how do I do that? I'm going to take this line here and draw. Oh my gosh, that's the eraser. Okay. There we go. And another line down here. Nope, too thick. Yeah. And then fix her eyebrows just a little bit. They're a little too thick. Whoops. So they come down and they go up. Yep. Just a little bit more here. And then thinner at the end. There we go. Maybe longer. Just a bit. There we go. Yeah, and then these come down a little bit longer. Not so much, maybe. I think that was enough, actually, to be honest. Yeah. Aren't they supposed to be thicker on the inside, though? Yep. And I'm just going to do a bit of an eyeliner effect. A little bit more. To make her prettier. And her nose curves a little bit more. This is not curved enough. So I'm going to curve it just a little bit more. Like this. Yeah. There we go. And I'm going to make it look prettier. Too long. Yeah, just very slightly. Just draw this over here. Nope. There we go. And then this can be like smaller. Exactly. Cool. And her lips, just fix it up a little bit more. There we go. I want perfection. Okay. There we go. Let's have a bit of that and that. Oh gosh. Like this. There we go. And then just like wipe off some of this beard that she has. Cool beans. Just clean it up. Okay. Clean this up as well. Oops. Just that. Yeah. Yeah, overall it's I'm pleased with it, I think. In general, I think I've cleaned it up some, and you know, it's looking better. And it looks Ariel enough, but not completely though. Not completely. I think her eyes can be bigger, but you get it's one of those bad drawings of Ariel's. Ariel. I mean, you get an impression that it's her, for sure, because of the bangs. But there's still something a little off. I think the eyes are, yeah, her eyes are not quite as big. So, you know, I could fix that. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I think her eyes can be bigger, so I'm gonna delete this. Disney princesses have big shiny eyes, so there's something that's not right with the eyes right now. And I'm gonna fix that. So it's much bigger sitting in the eye here. Yeah. There we go. And then you have the pupil, and then you have the, I'm gonna draw the shiny bit first, which is huge. The shiny bit is going to be at the top of the eye. Alright, and then you have the pupil, which is going to be like just a little bit, I think, like underneath that eye. Sort of like underneath that. So I'm gonna, can I color this now? Why is it doing that? I'm in the wrong layer. No, I'm in the right layer. I just don't know why it's, I think it's too porous. So I'm gonna have to just color it. I think I fixed the eye a little bit better. I don't know, does it look more like Ariel now? Yeah, it's better. But her eyes are still not quite right. It's like, I think they're too long. But overall, if I expanded her, which I can do, I think I can just do this. No, that's wrong. I need to, if I want to expand her, I need to do a, what is it called? Is it this? Is it this? It's uniform, distort, freeform. And then just pull her. No, she is going the same. It's not freeform. Uniform? No. Freehand. How do I expand something? I think it's this. No, it's still the same. I have to, maybe it's just, I have to do the sides. No, oh no, can I undo this? Good grief, reset. Okay, that was scary. Yeah, I need to figure out how to image transform this. To pull her face just a bit wider. Warp. Would that be it? No. Uniform. Which is it? I think it's under here though. Here. Liquefy. Liquefy, you're supposed to do this. There we go, but this is to reconstruct, so how do I do reconstruct? Do I have to use my, no. Expand, pinch, maybe push, yeah, just push her out a little bit. Nope, looks distorted now, right? Undo. So just only a little bit. Nope, it's like, I don't want to push her eyes, I just want to push her cheeks out, but everything's going, so no, I can't do that. No, I don't know how to fix it. In general, I still think it's already okay, so yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that, and just look at the whole thing, get rid of this in general, and see. This is great. Yay! Thanks for joining me, and thanks for all that patience, but that's how it starts, I guess, you know. It'll probably get better, but yeah. Till the next one, thank you for joining me, and be sure to subscribe. Buttons over not no, but that button doesn't work, but that button's going to appear at the end of the video, so you can do that. And also watch some other videos on the channel. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't. And till the next video, there are other videos I do as well. Disney covers, Disney news. Be sure to tune to those things. Bye!